Hi, this is, of course, you guys all know me. I'm Alexis Hopkins, and this is Evelyn Garcia, right?
Yes.
Hi, Evelyn. I met Evelyn tonight because I was observing a classroom. Yay, me. And Evelyn was doing a mock interview, and in her interview, she mentioned that she had been an Avid student. So Evelyn has agreed to let me interview her so that I can share her responses, because in our huddle that I was telling you about, one of the things that we've talked about is that there are more students on this campus that know what Avid is than instructors. Don't you agree?
Yeah,
I
would agree.
Okay, so I'm going to back up, and I've given Evelyn a chance to kind of look at these questions, but first I want to know where you were first introduced to Avid.
I was introduced to Avid
back a little bit so I can see it.
in middle school, and
Here in Wichita?
yes, at Marshall Middle School. And one of my teachers, I guess, saw the potential in me, and she saw that I was struggling with classes and getting my work done, and she thought that Avid would help me, motivate me, and in order to get things done.
And you told me that you didn't love it at first.
No, I did not. I thought I was forced by teachers and my parents to join Avid, because I wasn't doing my work, and they knew that I was smart enough and I was capable of doing it all, but I just didn't have that motivation.
And years ago when that happened, like when it happened to me, I would have just failed. And they would have written on my report card, Alexis doesn't apply herself. We know she's smart, but she doesn't apply herself, which I got all the time. So what changes did you see in yourself once you started working with, did you have a tutor, an Avid tutor, or an Avid group?
We had Avid groups. We mostly did everything as a class. I saw the other students in my Avid class that were motivated, so I thought, well, maybe this is important. Maybe I should do this. And yeah, that's how I started getting into it. It wasn't until high school where I really saw the importance of Avid.
And you stayed with Avid through high school?
Yeah, through high school.
And where'd you go to high school?
North High.
Cool.
Wichita North High,
Very good. All right. What if a student were to ask you whether they should get involved in Avid or whether it would help them, what would you tell them?
I would say yes, because even if you don't necessarily need it, it is very helpful because information is made available to you before the rest of the students, because they treat you as students that care about their future. And so sources are made available to you, like
so you felt special.
Yeah, and you felt there's the motivation. And for me, I lack a lot of self-motivation.
But they recognize the motivation in you, which is why they were sharing that, right?
Yeah, right.
That's cool. Okay, so for me, as an instructor, I've been teaching 25 years. And I know that we've talked about this. We both want to be better teachers. I'm always trying to be a better teacher. How do you think Avid would help me? Or Ryan?
Like you were saying about the critical thinking and all of that, it's teachers a lot of the time.
They're used to my wiggly movies.
A lot of the time feel that the students don't really know much, so they have to give them the answers. And a lot of the time it's just their way of learning isn't the same as everyone else's. So sometimes the teachers need to do a little bit different things in order to push the student to figure it out on their own.
To help you to figure it out and maybe going at it a different way.
Yeah.
You know what happens to us though is we get lazy. I think we get lazy and it'd just be so much easier just to tell you the answer than to figure out a way to help you find it. So I interrupted you, I'm sorry, but you think that's what we need to do, right?
Yeah, because I feel like teachers run into those students that learn a different way than the rest of them, and they're just like, well, that student's beyond help. I don't know how to help them. And
it scares us too.
Through Avid, I feel like they would learn a way to teach all students and not just a certain group.
That is awesome. Thank you. So the one thing, looking back on, so you've had like 6 years of Avid, probably middle school and high school. What is your favorite takeaway from it?
I think the note taking, and because that, I feel like it just became like muscle memory. So now like I'm really good at taking notes. So even if I didn't learn it in class, I got it down in my notes so I can go over it and it makes sense in my notes.
That is super. And what year are you here at Butler? Is this your, what semester are you in?
No, my third semester.
Your third semester. And what are you majoring in?
Right now it's liberal arts, but I'm thinking about changing it. I'm not sure.
Do you know what you want to do?
No. I was thinking social work, but the more I get into it, I feel like I've always had an appreciation for like the medical field, so I kind of want to do veterinary school.
Oh, I remember your interview. You said you were scared of that 8 years of college.
No, that was the other.
Oh, well, I was listening.
Me.
I was going to interrupt, and I knew I shouldn't, and say that when I was your age, I thought 8 years of college seemed impossible, and it flies.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, don't let how many years it's going to take stop you. Mm-hmm. These are the best years of your life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting me interview you. And with your permission, I can show this to my fellow teachers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're done here, and aren't you glad I didn't do this on the road? Thanks.